Everybody run away. We money come your way. Everybody busybody. We are one day for you. Everybody bend that say. Them go deny you. They don't know you again.
The police while patrolling around Emir's Palace, Kano, arrested 25 suspects in connection with the death of one person, causing injuries to some others, unlawful assembly, possession of dangerous weapon, mischief, conspiracy, and murder. And the dangerous items recovered from them include knives, gario, cutlasses, sticks, charms, and hallucinating drugs. The job of security and safety is the job of everybody. I'm calling the people of Kano State, everybody, the intelligentsia, the academia, the students, all hands must be on deck to ensure that we create a peaceful architecture and return it to the 1,000 years it is not during trans-Saharan trade. We have recovered from various criminals across the state 4 laptops, computers, 3 printers, 3 mobile handsets, 6 another yet syndicate that crisscross across the country, but when they came to Kano, they found their Waterloo. They are the syndicate that specializes in breaking into mast for providing network communication to various mobile systems. They specialize in vandalizing the solar panels as well as cutting away the batteries through violence. But this time, we've demobilized them and recovered 124 solar batteries, as well as 6 solar panels. 3 boxer motorcycles were recovered from the forest of Falgore. 15 military camouflage and 10 military boots were also recovered from kidnappers in the forest of Falgore during an operation. Large quantity of substance suspected to be cocaine and other drugs were also recovered. 53 various assorted knives, 25 clubs, gario were recovered from this hoodlums, syndicate of hoodlums called Endaba. 63 dangerous weapons, popularly known as pate-pate, gario, and adda, as well as the one they popularly now called Sitaka and Ambida were also recovered. 4 bags and 16 parcels of utter large quantity of dried leaves suspected to be Indian hemp, 100 sachets of diazepam, and 500 tablets of Exhol. These are intoxicating and hallucinating substance. Cash, sum of 1 million naira were recovered from this criminal syndicate. I want to reiterate once again to the public and to the media that engine machine of Operation Pop Adder that we are using to dismantle crime and criminality launched earlier by the Inspector General of Police is achieving tremendous results in Kano.
Elsewhere, the Kano State Police Command has confirmed the rescue of 9 children kidnapped in Kano and trafficked to Onitsha, the Anambra State commercial hub. While confirming the arrest of 8 suspects, the Commissioner of Police, Ahmed Iliyasu, told journalists that the victims were sold in Onitsha 5 years ago.
5 years after they were abducted in different parts of Kano metropolis, these young ones have been rescued from their abductors. 38-year-old Owen Paul and his wife Mercy are alleged to be behind this act. They reside in Dakata quarters in the heart of Kano metropolis, and the police say they are in the business of kidnapping and selling of children, either for forced labor or other related abuses. Apart from the couple, the police have also arrested some of their accomplices in the illegal trade.
8 suspects that specialize in kidnapping, concealment, and keeping in confinement kidnapped persons, buying and selling of minors or children, and trafficking in persons were tracked and arrested.
The rescued kids, who have now been reunited with their families, have also been renamed.
Anti-crime strategies using community policing tools were carefully employed and exploited. A syndicate perpetuating this heinous act was busted.
As investigation continues to possibly arrest more suspects and bring other children to rescue, the command says it is also mopping up assault rifles and illicit substances across the state.
This uncompleted building is not a cemetery, but it turns out to be one for 5-year-old Ahmed Iliyasu. Ahmed was reported to have been kidnapped from his school and was brought to this building, where a ransom negotiation was initiated. The victim was eventually overdrugged.
Suspects confessed to have overdrugged the victim, used some certain injections, some drugs, to inseminate into his body, which subsequently led to the death of the victim, and he was buried in an uncompleted building where we have just dug out the corpse.
These children celebrate the arrest of the kidnappers of their friend. But late Ahmed's parents and relatives could not hide their emotions after seeing the corpse of their child.
They first demanded 50 million naira. Later, they came down to 20 million naira. Then, 10 million naira. As we kept negotiating, they came down to 600,000 naira. Then, 200,000 naira. Surprisingly, however, Ibrahim, who masterminded the kidnap, is my wife's brother.
It is still not known why some humans are inclined to hurt the people they love.
Criminals are constantly changing their modus operandi, and criminals have no signs, they have no mark, they have no plate number or registration number.
Ahmed Iliyasu is dead, while the suspects are in custody. It is the hope of the parents that justice will be served in accordance with the law of the land. Idris Jibrin, Channels Television News.
We have recovered from various criminals across the state 4 laptops, computers, 3 printers, 3 mobile handsets, 6 another yet syndicate that crisscross across the country. But when they came to Kano, they found their Waterloo. They are the syndicate that specializes in breaking into mast for providing network communication to various mobile systems. They specialize in vandalizing the solar panels as well as cutting away the batteries through violence. But this time, we demobilized them and recovered 124 solar batteries, as well as 6 solar panels.
The serenity of the environment in Talhudu is suddenly shattered by the screams of 18-year-old Aisha Kabir, a nurse at a dental clinic. whose throat is being slit by a 20-year-old assailant after she resists his attempts to rape her. Before her attacker can finish her off, help arrives in the form of a janitor who rushes to her rescue, but he receives multiple stab wounds for his trouble.
We searched him everywhere, we did not see him. So I let her think, okay, and there is not any place to hide inside this place. So I now tell the policemen that they should check upstairs, the tank. Maybe the suspect might hide inside the GP tank. So they now check there, they saw a boy there, they cut the tank and they removed the boy from the water tank. They bring him out. Immediately they bring him out. I know the boy. He's the boy I normally send. Is the imagery I normally send in my house to go and buy things for me.
I took food for her to break her fast, after which I helped her start the generator. I demanded for a phone and was forcing her to lie with me, but she refused, so I decided to slit her throat. I really feel bad for what I did.
The Kano State Police Command is concerned about security arrangements at private hospitals in the state, even as it investigates the incident.
So, and even the owner of the clinic was arrested because, taking into consideration you're operating a private clinic and at a given time there is no security there, you know, it's a negligent act. And in addition to that, at the time she was attacked there, she is the only personnel on duty.
Aisha is out of hospital, but that is not because she has recovered. Her wounds still need very careful tending. Besides needing proper health care to heal her physical injuries, Aisha would also require psychological care to help her recover from the trauma of attempted rape. From Talhudu, Kano State, Nanchin Vincent reporting for Channels Television News.
The Kano State government has approved a death penalty for anyone found guilty of kidnapping across the state. The governor, Abdullahi Ganduje, gave the order while receiving 9 children abducted from Kano and rescued in Anambra State. He also inaugurated a commission to commence an inquiry into cases of missing persons from 2010 till date. Our correspondent, Idris Jibrin, reports.
These children were separated from their parents years ago. They were kidnapped and sold in Onitsha, the Anambra State capital, some for adoption and others for forced labor. The police say tracing the abducted children and arresting the suspects did not come easy.
In an effort by the Commissioner of Police to combat the menace of cases of missing child in Kano Metro Police, on 12 September 2014 at about 15:00 hours, one fall on a 38 years of Ebonyi State.
One of the suspects speaks on the activities leading to their arrest.
I called the boy Umar Farouk. I don't know his name before. It was when we come here and no one knows his real name. So we now get the boy, we take it to Onitsha, to a various house. So the day we take it to there, me and my madam. So we now.
Is your first victim?
Sir?
First victim. First victim.
That is that Umar Farouk.
That yellow boy.
Yes, Onyedika. He's the first person.
You took it together with
my madam.
The Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje says he is not happy with the development and has directed the review of the laws on kidnapping and a review of the penalty.
I have already directed the State Minister of Justice to amend the relevant provision of the Penal Code laws of Kano State that provides for the punishment for the offender of kidnapping from form of imprisonment to death penalty.
The governor then ordered the distribution of 1 million naira to each of the pupils to cater for their well-being, and further directed their parents to make sure they are enrolled in school within the state, since education is now free and compulsory for all children.
Already education is free and compulsory from basic to secondary education. So that one, there is no problem about that. You will enjoy free education in Kano State. And in addition to that, we promise to give you free university education. And also, in order to speed up your acclimatization, in order to speed up your integration into the society that you left many years ago, the Kano State government has offered 1 million naira to each of the children.
The commission is expected to submit its reports to the state government in 30 days, as this will give the state government the needed direction to determine the necessary measures to put in place. Idris Jibrin, Channels Television News.